Hey, what's up guys? Z here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pair of Bluetooth headphones. Now these are the GEG Audio N05. So before I get started, I just want to give a shout out to GEG Audio for sending me these headphones for review. And so links to their social media and where to purchase the product will be in the description below. And this video is not sponsored. So thanks again to GEG Audio for sending me these Bluetooth headphones for review. So I'd also like to state that I'm not much of a headphone user, but when I do use headphones, which is not that uncommon, I do use them sometimes, I have my Sony MDR's Z600s. So essentially I will be comparing the N05s to these Sony MDRs. So even though these Sony MDRs are not a Bluetooth pair of headphones, I still think that these would give you a general idea as to how the N05s do sound like. So starting off first with the general appearance and build quality, there's a soft synthetic material covering the top of the headband, and covering the headband underneath you'll find this sneaker-like material. Not the outside material of the sneaker, but the inside material of the sneaker. That's what it looks and feels like, which honestly does give it a nice premium feel and look to it, as opposed to just a regular smooth plastic. So now down below that on both right and left sides you'll see the GEG Audio logo, and below that you have the collapsible cups that snap into the folding position or into the upright position. And on the bottom you have the sliding adjustable cups that work on a sliding mechanism as opposed to the extending mechanism like you do see on my Sony MDRs. And they are a little bit tight, so you do need to apply some pressure when adjusting them to your ear height. Also, the sides here that are holding onto the earmuff are made out of metal, so it does add a good amount of weight to these headphones. Okay, so now moving on to the ear cups, this is something that I really love about these headphones. First off, the ear cups are pretty big to accommodate bigger ears, and they are rectangular shaped. And the cups swivel a little bit from right to left so that you do get a better seal and a better fit onto your ears. So sorry to get a little bit scientific here, but the outer part of the ear, the exterior part that we all see on the sides of our heads, are called the pinnas. Now I have larger than average pinnas, and some of the most common issues I have with headphones in general is the cups just bruising the outer part of my ears. So when wearing smaller cup headphones, after about 30 minutes to an hour, I have that bruising pain feeling on the outer part of my ears. Now with these, I don't have that issue, and I think mainly because the earmuffs are a lot bigger and they're rectangular shaped. And I did forget to mention that the cushioning on these is phenomenal. So the outer material is a soft faux leather with a nice amount of cushioning inside. So the other night I had these on my ears for about 2 to 3 hours, browsing the net, watching YouTube videos, and I had no issues. I can wear them with no problem. The only thing I did experience was a little bit of pressure on my jaw, since these do sit over the top of my jaw a little bit. But even that, it stopped bothering me after about a few minutes. Now I let my dad test these out as well, and he absolutely loved them. He was listening to his classical music on them for about 3 hours. So some of the other things that you do find on these headphones is a on-off button, which also does act as a call and hang up button as well, and then you have the volume up and volume down button. Now unfortunately the buttons do not have a premium feel to them, so that kind of sucks. I would have liked to have seen better feeling buttons on these headphones. And in between there you do have the LED indicator light, which I am happy that they put in back of the headphones so as not to disturb you with blinking lights at night. So now moving on to the sound quality. The sound is definitely very good on these. Highs, lows, and mids are well balanced. The bass is loud and clear, but not too loud as to muddy the rest of the sounds, like on my Sony MDR's ZX600s. So I did a sound comparison between these and my Sony MDRs, and the sound quality on the N05s is a lot better than they are on the Sony MDRs. The sound is a lot clearer on the N05s, but the Sony MDRs do have that louder bass, which is not necessarily a good thing because it does muddy the rest of the sounds. And the noise isolation on these N05s is very good too. So while the earmuffs don't block out some of the louder sounds, they do however block out a lot of the minor sounds. I would say they're comparable to the Sony MDRs, in terms of noise isolation that is. So overall the sound quality on these N05s is very good. Also I did forget to mention that these Bluetooth headphones use an APTX technology, so that's a codec technology that allows for higher compression and therefore allows more sounds to be transferred over the wireless Bluetooth. But if you're using an iPhone, then this doesn't really matter, since iPhones have their own different type of high compression technology. technology. And if you did want to know more about the APTX codec technology, I'll post a link to a short video. This guy basically demonstrating the difference between using an iPhone and using an APTX compatible device. Okay, so out of the box, these came with absolutely no battery in them, and so I gave them a charge for about 30 to 45 minutes, and since then I've been using these for about 7 to 8 hours now, and so far the battery is still full, or at least that is what the battery indicator says on my phone. So far it seems like these have really good battery life. And on the spec sheet it does say 14 hours of music playtime, and standby time is 540 hours. But if you did run out of battery, you can always use the auxiliary wire that these earphones do ship out with, and it runs like a regular pair of wired headphones. So that's definitely a huge plus. So to pair up with my iPhone, it's pretty straightforward. I just hold on the call button for about 5 seconds until it flashes blue-red. So once it's flashing blue and red, I head on over to settings, and in settings I click on Bluetooth, make sure that's on, and then on the bottom there I see Geg N05. I go ahead and connect that by tapping on it, and I'm now paired up. So that's pretty straightforward. Okay, so now for the microphone. As I said before, these headphones do have a microphone, but unfortunately the microphone on these is not the best. It does sound a little bit muffled, and I think this is mainly because there is no stick out microphone. It's just embedded into a small little hole there. So I think that is the reason why the microphone is not that great on these N05s. So here's a microphone sample from a call I did on WhatsApp from my iPhone 6 to my iPhone 4S. So what you're listening to is the N05 microphone coming out from the iPhone 4S speaker to my Blue Yeti microphone, and then I'll demonstrate the raw sound. Hey guys, so this is what the microphone sounds like on the N05. So it might sound a little bit muffled. And now I'm going to switch to the regular audio source on the iPhone. And now this is what the microphone sounds like on a regular iPhone 6. So now this is what the microphone sounds like on the N05s. As you can hear, it might sound a little bit muffled. So as you heard, the microphone quality on these N05s is not that good. It sounds a little echoey, and it's just a lot better when you're talking straight from your device than when you are talking from the N05s. So I wouldn't recommend these N05s if you do plan on using them for phone calls. But if you plan on using these for music purely, then definitely I would highly recommend these headphones. So to conclude, the sound quality and comfort are outstanding on these headphones. Build quality is very good too. Mic quality is not that great. Battery life is very good. And if you do run out of battery, you can always switch to the wired mode. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully I didn't miss out on any information. If I did, I'll update it in the description below. So for now, thanks for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.